Caleb, you left the fertile shores of Netflix and now have arrived upon the blissful coast of music. Tell us about OnlyJams, buddy.
So OnlyJams is a music podcast that I started doing with my friend Eric, where we're slowly going to review every album ever recorded, except for the ones that we don't like, in no particular order. And also, we did 2 episodes, and then, like, my life got really hectic because of reasons, and he's, like, impossible to schedule anything with. So then we just, like, did 2 episodes and failed to elaborate further. So I guess this is the 3rd episode. And then after this, I'm writing a script for like a solo episode that I'm going to do, and then I'm probably just going to do it my damn self, and then have maybe, you know, like a guest host on to talk about an album they're into. And, you know, I'll kind of do that until either Eric gets his shit together and starts doing it, or I find like a new co-host. So we're going to do it kind of like Gerald was doing for a while and just have like rotating cast members.
That's rough. That's rough. He got so tired of that, he had to get me to come in as a permanent co-host. Me, Caleb. Me.
Also, I got a lot of sun today. I'm looking very red. It doesn't help that my chair is extremely red.
That's what happens if you walk outside for like 4 minutes, though.
Yeah, I'm outside right now. You see the trees? I'm camouflaged.
Damn it. So what do you have planned for us today?
All right, well, I did have a bunch of like music drops queued up, but I had to switch my mic inputs from like my mixer to just like my freaking microphone. Actually, let me do a thing, because I might be able to fix this.
Someone named Crimson Liz wants to know if they can come in and talk about a Taylor Swift album.
Yeah,
Ooh,
definitely.
I feel like she also wants to go to the Red Room in an hour.
Yeah, like I'll never let Gerald talk to me about Taylor Swift, so Liz can do it.
He couldn't even be bothered to sing Tay-Tay yesterday. I had to do it, and I had no idea what the fucking song sounded like.
You did great, man. You did great.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Can you hear yourself?
No.
No.
Okay. I think I've fixed it.
Stop ganging up on me!
Can you hear this?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Was that a space spider?
Ooh.
Yep, that was a space spider.
Yeah, I got a soundboard also, which is the other reason why Dan doesn't want to do podcasting with me anymore.
I love Dan.
But, okay, so that means that my stuff should work now. So, I am going to play, like, a few music things. I'll try to keep it to, like, 15 or 20 seconds so we don't get our asses sued off. So,
whatever you do, you're not allowed to tell Dave of We Watched the Thing.
Yeah.
We would let him do it.
But, yeah, I don't know. I figured, you know, we haven't talked in a while. We'd probably just bullshit. And I told you guys to basically be ready to talk about, like, some of your favorite songs, what you think the best songs ever written were, best concert experience, stuff like that. So, let's fucking just do it. Let's get it wet. Everybody have something to sip on. Gerald's over there eating ice cream, or was.
I finished it. Well, I didn't finish it, but I finished that.
What ice cream?
You freaking just got it, you animal.
No, I didn't. I didn't mean I finished it. I meant I like put it away.
Is that what you had DoorDash to you as fucking ice cream?
Ice cream and beer.
Wow.
Dude, I'm blowing up his spot. He had a pint of fucking Talenti ice cream that he just hammered.
I was
because he's an animal.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fucking absolute maniac.
Wow. I'm licking hot sauce out of my thing from like 12 hours ago.
Hot sauce out of your thing.
Gerald, I'm going to throw it over to you because I think you have, you know, the taste in music that you have. What do you think is one of the best songs ever written?
Well, so I pulled up two, one of which is and of course, I don't know, I'd probably have to do a lot more homework on this, but one of them is my personal favorite songwriting, and the other one is probably in the running to be one of the greatest songs ever written consensusly. But for me, it's Tracy Chapman's Fast Car, I think.
That is a very solid pick, actually. I considered that one.
That's
like I'm gonna be honest with you. I have 4 that I'm prepared to share because like ADHD brain, I can't settle on just one thing. But yeah, I don't know. I have like little clips of the ones I picked queued up, but yeah, no, it's Fast Car's phenomenal.
Just the storytelling aspect of it, and then you have the
it's like
too. So it's like
it's almost like a dirge about just like wanting a better life and like the death of one's dreams. I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know. Since I have a bunch, I'll talk about. So like I fall very squarely into like the classic rock camp. So one of my all timers is actually Sultans of Swing by Mark Knopfler and Dire Straits. So check this out.
Check out Guitar George.
It's like the guitar composition in that I think is like it's one of the catchiest like guitar riffs I think ever, really. And I don't know, I really miss like that era of music, I guess, where like it was like pre-punk, pre-grunge, like the sound is very clean, like very precise, I guess I would call it. But like I don't know, it's basically a song about like here's they're not one of the big bands, the Sultans of Swing. They're just like the weekend warriors who do it for love of the game, basically. I don't know, I always really liked that. So
man, all right.
What about you, Nick? Lay one on me.
Is it my turn? I was gonna queue up a little Sandy song clip because I'm me and I like to do things like I like to do them. You guys know how that is.
What do you think, Gerald? Do you like Dire Straits?
I do, especially like in that because they were kind of in that weird era, which was like they were classic rock, but they also kind of crossed over to the MTV era too. So they they brought in like a large net they cast, so. I got into them in the 80s.
Like we were good, man. One of my 2 episodes that I did of my show. We talked about the rise and fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars, and like Bowie, like he refused to like call himself a rock star. Like he definitely was, but like he was. It's hard to like nail down a genre that he's in because he was like nowadays we would just call it classic rock, but it was like proto punk glam kind of like you can listen to that album and see where like
here we go. Yeah, for sure.
Here comes the money.
I won.
Oh no!
He's giving us money.
Liz, stop flirting with him. You'll be online with him in an hour. $10 donation from Liz. This is for Caleb's smexiness, she says. Yeah, I'm gonna share this. I'm gonna share this in here really quick. I know Caleb's gonna share a love of this with me.
Okay. Oh hell yeah!
I gotta skip to when the song. Start singing, Meatloaf. Damn it!
God.
Fucking
Look
hell!
at that man.
Dude, Jared called it.
Yeah, Jared Taylor knows. I mean, legitimately. I mean, not just the Meatloaf of it, but I mean, also Jim Steinman writing the lyrics and everything like that. I mean,
Here comes the money.
that was a donation.
Here comes the money.
$5 from Yaney, who says money for nothing. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Caleb knows, especially Caleb and I spent a lot of nights at 4 a.m, drunk in Clarion, singing Meatloaf and Dead Empty Streets.
Stumbling around singing "I Will Do Anything for Love."
Love it. Yeah, I mean, legitimately, like that's like my anthem. That song, like for crying out loud, I absolutely love that song. And just, I mean, it's a song that Meatloaf's got a voice that can actually absolutely belt. Make no mistake, but there's just something about the way he sings that song. Like there's just an intensity and passion to it that is incredible. I love that song so much. Yeah, there you go.
Hell yeah. Here's another, like, I know Gerald will vibe with this if he's a fast car fan, but
Oh boy.
one of another of the best songs I think ever written. It's a little song by Mark Cohn called "Walking in Memphis."
Yeah, that's a good one.
A Muriel plays piano every Friday after
I think that's one of the best lines ever written, honestly. Sorry, it was hard for me to stop there. But yeah, tell me, are you a Christian child? And I said, ma'am, I am tonight. Is like, that's fire.
Gerald donated $25 and said Nick likes meatloaf, but a single word, which means the food. So yes, I also do like meatloaf, the food. It is also delicious. Thank you.
Yeah. On occasion, I've been known to let my meat loaf. I don't know. That's nothing. Stupid. Yeah, I don't know. You boys got anything else you want to talk about?
I mean, the only other one I pulled up here on
we didn't
Google
rehearse
was
and don't really have like a firm structure.
Yeah.
So we're just.
But the only other one I pulled up that came to mind was "Let It Be" by the Beatles, McCartney, Lennon. Probably a lot of Beatles songs would be in the conversation, but that one just,
Well, Gerald, I know you're. I'm going to do one more, and then we can kind of move on from there. But Gerald, I know you're a bit of a hip hop guy. Would you say that's accurate?
Yeah. I mean, I like everything.
So, do you know of, or have you ever listened to MF Doom?
No.
Okay, so MF Doom was the stage name of his name's Daniel Dumoulin. He was, I think, born in the Bronx, but like grew up in London or like a London suburb or something. So he was like American British, but he was a rapper and like just like the king of the underground. He's like, he had the reputation of being your favorite rapper's favorite rapper, but he always wore like a metal Dr. Doom mask when he performed in like all of his videos and shit. Cause like to him, it wasn't about the image. It was about, the rhymes and shit and like just, like the actual craft of it. So like he never showed his face because like I don't know, but he was like the rap supervillain, so he wore a fucking like metal Dr. Doom mask. Cool as shit.
That's hilarious.
But
yeah,
I'm gonna just play a little bit of this because like his rhymes and his wordplay are fucking crazy. This is a song called Figaro. The whole fucking thing is like that, and all of his songs are like that, where it's like he's rhyming like three things within a single bar, and like I really like that track in particular because it's like it's intentionally just like slightly offbeat, kind of like it's I don't know, it's really interesting to listen to. But it's like
it reminded me a little of Wu-Tang a little bit too. Get a little bit of that vibe.
A bit, or yeah, you can see like I mean, you can definitely pick up the influences, but like I love that like whole little run that he does, like a shot of Jack got her back. Oh shit, I can't even fucking, I'm reading the thing and I can't even fucking hit it like he does. A shot of Jack got her back. It's not an act stack. Forgot about the cackalack, hollaback, clack, clack, blocker, villainy. Feel it in your heart chakra, chart toppa, start shit, stoppa, be a smart shoppa. Dude, it's fucking crazy. Like his rhymes are fucking nuts.
Yeah, that's good.
Dude, I'm gonna send you some fucking links after we're done here, so you gotta fucking check this guy out.
I will.
But I don't know. That's it. That's some of the like. I don't know. I really like in terms of music, I just like writing and like just an interesting composition is like, yeah, I don't know. I never really gave a shit about popular music, but like I don't know. And that's that track in particular, that was off an album called Mad Villain or Mad Villainy, where it was him and the DJ Madlib, and they just like sample a bunch of like old cop shows and shit from the 70s, and like I don't know, it's really cool. I'll send you a link to the album so you can check it out.
Well, I could tell a story based on the other thing that you asked us to do for homework about our favorite concert experience. I don't know if you want to talk about that.
Yeah.
But
yeah, speak on that to me for a bit.
Yeah, dude. So 1995 was the year. I would have been 20 years old. My sister was 15, my little sister. And we went to see Korn at a place called Ziggy's in Winston-Salem. And this was at like where they blew up. You know, this was like the Blind days and they were making homemade music videos. When we went to the concert, it's kind of there's a multifacets to the story, but we went to the concert. My sister was too young to get in because it was an 18 and up show. So we had this whole thing planned out where she was like, I'm going to flirt with the bouncer and I'm going to make up some lie or whatever. And we're going to get in because we drove 2 hours to the show. And she was already like ready to listen to it in the parking lot just to hear them playing because it was a really small venue. Like, I don't know, maybe 300 or 400 people could fit in there. And so we get there and she tells the bouncer like she forgot her ID and, you know, like whatever. And she ends up getting in, to make a long story short. So we're in for the concert. Deftones opened for them. Orange 9mm opened for them. Seven Dust was a band that opened for them. This was like a super 90s metal show before all these bands had a name for themselves. So it's one of my greatest memories. But and Deftones is still one of my favorite bands. And that was where I was introduced to them. But anyway, it's a really small venue. It's like, there's like a step, you know how the living rooms, you step down living room, kind of like you go down to, it's the same room, but you kind of have to step down. So it was like that. And they had the upper part and then the like floor where people would mosh and stuff was like the step down. But I mean, it's only like 2 feet maybe from where we were. So it was so like hole in the wall dingy that there was like these 2x4s that somebody built a railing right there where the step down was. But not like official. You know what I mean? It was like they just threw it together to kind of separate the spaces. So we were there and we had a great spot in the center right behind where that railing was. They had like bar stools set up there. And Korn comes out. I know you guys are familiar with Korn. They open with Blind, which they do the cymbals on the drum. You guys are familiar with the song, right? They do the cymbals and the guitar and it's like 2 minutes, like just the build up and the tension, the lights go off. And when Jonathan Davis gets to the "Are you ready?" part and it opens up, the place went fucking insane. Like I was like I was thinking, what am I going to tell my mother when my sister is trampled at a Korn show that she wasn't even supposed to be at? Because, you know, we lied for her to get her there and everything. But so I had my arms on that railing, like I was holding the railing with her right in front of me to like kind of protect her. There was a guy sitting on a bar stool next to us that had a broken leg and had a cast on his leg. He got knocked off his bar stool. People were trying to help him up. It was fucking mayhem. Like, it was like something out of a movie. It was so intense. And we are lifelong Korn fans. Like, I've seen them like 13, 14 times, but that was the first time I saw them. But yeah, man, that's my story. That is the most memorable thing that I've ever gone through in a concert setting, for sure.
That's fucking rad. That would be an insane show.
Mm-hmm. What do you guys got? Best concert experience?
I've been to so few concerts, so it'll be really, really like quick and easy for me to throw a few in here. But I mean, like every concert experience I've had, which is only really 3. I think it's really honestly only 3. Every concert experience I've ever had has been amazing. Like I got to see Van Halen with Gary Cherone. Like post Van Hagar, I got to see them with Gary Cherone, which was still a great show. Eddie and Alex came out and did solos and things like that, which was really, really exciting. I got to see Meatloaf in Syracuse in 2006, I think it was. And I mean, Caleb knows, like, and this is even before I met Caleb, I would think. Yeah. 2006 would have been before I even met Caleb. Like seeing Meatloaf live in concert was just otherworldly for me. I've been such a huge Meatloaf fan for such a huge, part of my life. And then, Me and Rebecca got to go see just a couple years ago in Syracuse. We got to see Elton John during the farewell tour, which was a show and a half. I mean,
his 30th farewell tour.
His 30th farewell tour. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like in terms of like what my favorite one probably was, like I don't know, like there was just an energy to that Elton John show, which was just like absolutely like ridiculously off the chain. Like I can't even really describe it. Like you're just in a room entirely full of like 40 to 60-year-old people who are all there to just like absolutely fucking belt Crocodile Rock and like your song and like every Elton John number that they possibly can.
When I was young, me and Susie had so much fun.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was just absolutely incredible. Like it was such an amazing show. Like I said, I honestly got like I've literally been to 3 concerts like in my whole entire life. So yeah,
man, the whole 90s, I was at a concert. That was all I did. Like once I graduated high school until like the
Tool shit, Liz.
Me and my sister just literally would just find bands that we liked live shows, and this was pre Facebook and social media blowing up and all that. You would have to go to the actual venue to find out who was playing and see it on posters and stuff. And
Michelle's going to 3 concerts this year. Yeah, I've I mean a lot of it's just never having the wallet to really pay for concert tickets. I was supposed to in like 2008. I was supposed to see My Chemical Romance on the Black Parade tour in State College, and they canceled the show due to food poisoning. So I was supposed to get to see that show, and like we went all the way there, and like we were ready to see My Chemical Romance on the Black Parade tour, and it got canceled. I was heartbroken. I would have died to see that show. To see that show live. Let's see. Phil Root says, as long as you got to see Eddie, any version of Van Halen is a great show. Julio says the Killers during their Day and Age tour, one of the best shows I've been to. The Killers are amazing. That would have been great. Gerald saw them on. Talk about it on the thing, Gerald.
Well, I was talking to people in the chat. I'm keeping it active over there.
No, I hate Tool. I violently hate Tool. One of the worst bands I've ever heard in my life.
I disagree. I disagree that that's one of the worst bands you've heard in your life.
I don't know. I've been to probably not as many concerts as you, Gerald, because you're old as the hills. But I've been to my fair share. But I don't know. So I've been to some pretty cool ones. Like my sister and brother-in-law used to always get me concert tickets for my birthday. So like, I don't know. I saw Queens of the Stone Age a couple times, which is like one of my favorite bands ever. I got to see Foo Fighters on the tour where Dave Grohl broke his leg. So he was sitting on a throne of broken guitars, which was fucking awesome. I would have to say my favorite concert experience was Weird Al Yankovic.
Oh, wow. Let's go.
What an incredible showman. If you ever get a chance to see him, fucking do it. So I saw him on the tour for his album Mandatory Fun. So like he opened, there was no opening acts, just like straight 3 hours of Al Yankovic, undiluted, injected directly into my bloodstream. So he opened with his song Tacky, which is his parody of the song Happy. He came on stage by like, the song started and he was like mic'd up with like a lapel mic or whatever so you could hear him singing, but somebody had a camera and was like following him out from the green room as he like danced down the hallways and like around the stage and stuff, like out like through the aisles in the audience and stuff singing this, and they projected it up on a screen on the stage, and then like he finally like got up on stage and like did that. But so every song that he did, he would go like off stage and do like a quick costume change. So like in between songs, they would play like little clips of like shows and movies and shit that he was in. So they would do like a clip from My Little Pony when he did like a voice of one of the characters. And then like, he would do a song, and then they would do a clip from UHF, and like just fucking amazing. Like, I don't know. I was geeking out the whole time. I went by myself. I didn't have anybody else who was like a Weird Al fan, and it was just like 3 straight hours of one thick king just loving it. Yeah, fucking great show.
That's awesome.
Great show, awesome performer. And I don't know, his encore, he did The Saga Begins, which is the song about the Phantom Menace.
Oh,
Nick is gone forever.
I think I know which one we're talking. He's got to take a bathroom break, I think.
But yeah, he had like his whole band went back and did a costume change too. Because like there was a little break because it was an encore, like he went off stage and like, you know, did the whole thing. But so his whole band and like probably roadies and stuff too. Like there were like 12 people came out behind him dressed as stormtroopers. And I don't know. It was just real good.
It's good. Yeah, it's good. Did you ever did you see the Weird movie with Daniel Radcliffe playing him?
Oh yeah, I love it.
I haven't seen it yet. It was like a weird thing where it was only on like Roku TV for a while, and
yeah,
I missed it.
Yeah, you got to get on it. It's very good.
I think you can get it now, so I'm gonna have to rent that one or something. But yeah, I want to check it out. You were talking about how I'm older than dirt, so I was going to tell a quick little anecdote before Nick gets back, and if Dan can hear us, he'll use this for fodder. But I went to pick up my 5-year-old at daycare a couple days ago, and I go in, and and he's 5 years old, and they're all sitting around doing artwork, and his back was to the door when I walked in, Caleb, so he didn't see me come into the room, and a few of his friends in unison were like, "Luke, your grandpa is here." And I was like, "What?" So he turns around, he's like, "No, that's my daddy." So anyway, I'm old. Apparently, kids think I'm even older than I actually am, so that's great.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm turning into a silver fox, so. But at least I still have hair.
What do you mean? Have some.
What do you mean?
Over here. Got to turn the lights on in this Airbnb that I'm in.
Yeah.
I'll wait till Nick gets back.
You still have all your hair. It just migrated south.
It's on my face now.
Well, I don't know. The other thing that I want to talk about is like if we have a personal theme song or like what our WWE entrance music would be. Yeah. But I do like if Nick is in fact coming back, I want him to be here for that because I'm sure he'll have a lot of things to say about that.
Yeah, he's definitely more into it than I am, but I did see that you put that on there and I was trying to think. I mean, wrestling, yeah, but I was just trying to think of like songs that pump me up.
Yaney. You know? Gerald wears the earring better than you, though, Caleb.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I wear the cock ring better.
There you go.
Worst
me and my wife had to do this thing.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I was going to say we had to do this thing where we did walk-up songs for my son and his teammates for their Little League team. We did that recently, and it kind of got me thinking of like songs that, you know, that just like get you fired up, you know. My son chose "Yeah" from Usher, which is a good one, good hip hop too.
Nice. Sorry, I'm trying to engage with the chat, so
go ahead.
Yeah, Yaney said worst concert experience for me. I don't know that I've really been to like a bad concert per se. I don't know. But whenever I was with my ex from college, her favorite band was Senses Fail, and we went to see them, and I just was not into it. Didn't like them or their songs, and it was just fine, I guess. I was there, and I, did it because she wanted to, so. I will say, though, Bayside opened for them. Bayside fucking kicked ass.
I gotta be honest, Yaney, I don't know that I've had. I mean, I'm sure there's some that are like if I was ranking them or whatever, but I don't think I've really had like a bad experience.
Oh God, Papa Roach. Concerts. Yeah, Papa Roach, terrible sound quality, says Liz. Yeah, you were listening to Papa Roach.
Oh God. They got a couple good tunes. Out of 50.
Cut my life into pieces.
There you go.
God.
Yeah, I don't think
I
I've
don't know
really
why
had
my
a
nose
bad
is so
concert
itchy.
experience.
They say like your nose gets itchy when somebody's like thinking about you or whatever.
Yeah, well, I think about you 24/7. So
Yeah, well, like I don't know. I feel like somebody's like rubbing one out to me or something,
could be.
thinking about me a lot.
All right. I think
Yeah, I
Nick's
don't
taking
know.
a much
That's
needed
nothing.
break. But when he gets back, you got to ask him about the wrestling entrance music for sure. I wonder what he would choose. I mean, I'm going to guess probably Meatloaf.
Yeah, probably. I don't
So-
know. I can just
some
tell you
variation.
mine if you want.
Go
So
ahead.
like,
Yep.
because rather than just have dead air, because he's
Hit me with
maybe
it.
coming back at some point. So I said Queens of the Stone Age is one of my favorite bands ever.
Mhm.
Probably my favorite album of theirs, which I feel like it's the one that nobody else but me likes. The album was called Like Clockwork. It's like the year I graduated from college. Like I probably listened end to end to that album like 100 times. But there's so basically the gist of the album, like the frontman for the band, his name's Josh Homme, or Homme, I don't know. I've heard him say it in interviews, and I feel like I always mispronounce it anyway. But I guess he went to the hospital for like kind of a simple procedure and ended up like having complications and almost dying. So like a lot of the album is just about him dealing with the fact that he like came like very close, like face to face with mortality, and like almost had to hang up his music career for good and stuff. But the song's called Smooth Sailing. So yeah,
I see it.
I don't know. I really like that part, and just imagine me doing like the fucking Vince McMahon like Baby Huey walk down the ramp.
Yeah, sure. I see it. I thought for me, probably something from System of a Down, maybe like get me going, maybe Chop Suey or something like that.
Wake up, make up,
Yeah,
check up, table. You want to?
That one. Yeah, talking about songwriting, right?
Hell yeah.
What's your wrestling persona, Caleb? Do you like wear a cape, or are you just doing the Speedo, or what do you look like when you go to the ring?
I don't know, man. Like, I'm a fucking huge Macho Man fanatic, so like, I don't know. I don't want to just like ape the dude's whole thing, but it would probably just be like over the top, coked out maniac.
He did that so well, though, and
yeah.
I mean, that's what we talked about.
You better not talk to Miss Elizabeth.
We talked about wrestling on the old show, and for me, it was always the performance part of it, the acting part, the energy.
Well, that's the thing is, like, I never got super into wrestling, but I love the idea of it. Like, I don't know, like, I watch a lot of wrestling promos, but I never watch, like, the actual events.
Right. Yeah.
Nick's still gone, huh?
Yeah, we'll get him back
in
there. Dan will get him back in there. He's coming back. I think he just had to get a bite to eat. We got to find out what his wrestling interest music is.
Oh, man. Spoon Man by Soundgarden would be actually good entrance music. Yeah, that's solid.
Especially if you're a wrestler with Spoon Man.
God, I wish I could have seen Soundgarden in concert. That would have been amazing.
I saw him twice. I saw him on their tour.
Look at you. You saw him twice.
I saw him on their tour for Super Unknown, and then I saw him at Lollapalooza one year. But yeah, they're great, man.
A band I think is underrated.
Underrated.
See, a lot of the stuff I listen to is like kind of niche, honestly. Like most of the shit I listen to is I would consider underrated because I'm like very much outside the mainstream. But that's a good question.
Yeah, I was going to say a lot of the ones you probably would recommend, are underrated, but they're obviously high in your book. I would say there's this band called God Lives Underwater. Have you ever heard of them, Caleb?
No.
I don't know if they're still active, to be honest with you. They were up until about 5 years ago, but they haven't put anything out lately. But they just do a really cool blend of like electronica and rock and roll, and
Oh, hey, he's
really
back.
really good beats, really good like rock instruments. It's good. Nick, we had Caleb has a lot of wrestling questions for you. He was waiting for you.
Did you have to poop or?
I needed a bio break, and I also haven't eaten anything in like 8 hours, so I really needed food.
Should have got some ice cream, man.
Oh yeah, I should just DoorDash myself some fucking ice cream and beer. Yeah, sure.
And beer.
Good.
Yeah. What do you do over there?
Yeah, no probs. No probs, bud. What's up? I mean, I've been listening. Like, I've been listening to you guys, but
Nah, I'm just giving you shit.
How dare you?
Yeah, I'll never do it again.
Caleb wants to know what your walk-up song is for pro wrestling. Nick, what's your entrance song?
Oh, fuck. I want to be the person that's like, it would be some song that people know, but I feel like me, who I am as a person, it would be instead some generic knockoff of a known song. Like, remember how in WCW days, DDP came out to what was very clearly meant to be Smells Like Teen Spirit, but they couldn't afford Smells Like Teen Spirit. So it was just like a generic version of that song. Like, that would be, I don't know what it would be exactly. I like the idea of Pantera Walk, Jared. I was thinking about like a Pantera song. I was like, yeah, but then it would be like, I'd have to be like this hardcore metal dude or something like that. And I don't know if I could see that. I don't know if that would punch microphone cutely. I don't know if that would be like vibing with like my ring persona or whatever. So I didn't want to pick it. Billy and Dave lost all credibility last night when they fawned over Call Me Maybe for 10 minutes. That they did. They did fawn over it. Yeah, I don't know. See, like, to me, like, I know, like, I mean, that's probably like a big part of wrestling to some people is like wrestling entrance music. But for me, like, such a big thing about wrestling is, like, writing and storytelling, which is much more what I vibe with than entrance music. I could give a shit what entrance music a lot of wrestlers have, and nowadays, especially, like, a lot of them have really generic sounding shit because WWE hired like a shit band that makes like really generic entrance tracks for a lot of wrestlers. So it's like nothing's as unique as it used to be anymore. So I don't know. Like, I don't have like a known song though. I don't really think. Billy, what are my stripper songs? Ooh, Caleb, what's your stripper song? Besides anything Prince, because we obviously know Justin's got that ground covered.
I don't know. I feel like my stripper song, probably So Fresh and So Clean by Outkast. I could get down to that. Or, and I know Dan will back me up on this, the fucking Freaking You by Jodeci, which was the ending for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Golden Wind season. And also it was in Magic Mike XXL, so when we watched that we were like, oh hey, we know this song.
Joey, I don't know what Smell Yo Dick by Risque is, but I'm just gonna say yes.
Something going wrong, let me smell your dick.
Yeah, there he is.
What?
Why you coming home at 4 a.m? Something's going on. Let me smell your dick.
Oh man!
Hell yeah!
Oh,
Caleb and I have equal amounts of brain rot, so we just know this shit.
Yeah, like being on the internet destroyed my mind. I was at a restaurant a few weeks back and I saw the word citrusy on a menu and I was like, ah, yes, I must eat the citrusy.
Well, I've never heard of that, Nicola. What do you want from me? I've never heard of that.
On the internet. It's not hard to be on the internet. Just be on the internet.
Most of my time on the internet is spent watching Minecraft videos, and none of them have Smell Yo Dick in them.
Well, maybe you're just not watching the right ones.
That's probably true. There's probably a Minecraft video out there with Smell Yo Dick in it, for sure.
What are your stripper songs? Was that in response? Oh, yeah, Caleb, 100%. the Jodeci song at the end of fucking Golden Wind is 100% my
Every
stripper
time
song.
I close my eyes, I wake up feeling so horny. Hell yeah.
That was actually an outro I never skipped. I'm not even joking.
Karaoke song, Liz. I have several. I'm actually a karaoke fanatic. I used to run karaoke at our local bar in Clarion, where me and Nick and Dan all went to school. Yeah, so I've done karaoke a lot. My go-to is "Born on the Bayou" by Creedence Clearwater Revival, because like it's right in my vocal range, and I can just like kind of hit the raspy like "When I was just a little boy," and like it always gets a cool reaction. That and "Possum Kingdom" by the Toadies are like my go-to.
You know what else was a good one that we did together?
"I'll Make a Man Out of You" from Mulan.
No. "The Darkness Is I Believe in a Thing Called Love."
I can actually hit the falsetto. I've done it.
I believe in a thing called love. Just a little heart. Yeah, great song.
It's gone so off the rails. Hell yeah. I want to do I'm going to do the Skibbity Toilet song for karaoke.
Oh boy.
No, please.
Logan will be tuned in.
Skibbity Toilet Riz.
What is this guy's karaoke song? Not Gerald, not him up there. This guy, specifically him. What's he singing at karaoke?
Lonely Island's Creep. Dude Creep.
Nah, he's singing man, probably George Michael, Careless Whisper.
I was gonna say something George Michael for sure. Because that was probably the influence for that look, to be honest.
And he'll be crying the whole time. He'll be like, "I'm never gonna dance again." His lip quivering.
My actual karaoke song is
Don't Talk Shit on It's Raining Men. I unironically love that song. It is a fucking jam. It's a bop. It's a banger.
Without a doubt.
I mean, my karaoke song, if anyone ever went out to a bar with me, like a karaoke bar anyway, which Caleb, I don't know if we ever went to like a karaoke place together.
I distinctly remember doing karaoke with you at the Loomis where we did Paradise by the Dashboard Light as a duet.
That's true. That I do remember that. Aside from any Meatloaf, though, like whenever I went to the bar back home with any of my friends, my karaoke song was always Milkshake.
Hell yeah.
I am that dude that will go to a bar. It doesn't matter how much I've had to drink. If I've had none at all, if I've had a few beers, whatever, I will get on the stage and shake my ass and sing "My Milkshake Brings All the Boys to the Yard." I don't give a shit. Yeah. I just like to have fun.
If I have a girl to like do the duet with me, I really like to do Love Shack because I just like to do the B-52's voice. If you see a faded sign at the side of the road that says 15 miles to the
Love Shack.
Thank you, Dan.
Yeah, that's it.
Love Shack, baby.
Thanks for the assist. I knew somebody would do it.
Dan's got the register. I know.
Okay, so here's the thing. I have a really inappropriate story about that song, so I just need everyone to be cool. Okay, can everyone promise to be cool?
I'm always cool.
I don't mean you guys. I mean, like, everybody else. I need you to be cool. My dad does a series of, like, cover bands. And one of the bands, they were doing B-52's Love Shack. And the lead singer just could not get this song right. He could not sing it right. It just didn't sound anywhere right. So my dad, at some point, walks over to him and is just like, "Look, you have to sing this like a flaming homosexual." And the female singer goes, "What the fuck? You can't say that." And he's like, "Well, hold on. Let him try it first." And so he does it, and he sings it perfectly, and she got all pissed. So yes, that's my favorite story about that song, is that my dad used homophobia to help a man sing the B-52 song better.
Well, all right. I'm very proud of your dad.
You're welcome.
2024.
Can we stop being cool now? No, Julio, never.
No. Also, this was like I want to point out that song that interaction happened like 15 years ago. So you know,
I don't know. What's here's I guess a good one to go out on. Like, what's a concert you wish you could have seen that like now you'll never get to because like the artist passed or
Pantera.
you know, something.
Pantera.
Nirvana, without a doubt.
See, Nirvana, I would have loved to see Nirvana. I was too young, like when Nirvana was a thing, to really have been able to appreciate it. I think mine would be.
They came to the 1313 Club in Charlotte when I almost went.
Oh, damn.
I was in high school at the time, and I didn't because I'm like, my parents didn't want me to go. It was like a hole in the wall, grungy dive bar or whatever.
Yeah, and you
never came back to
heroin.
Charlotte. They never came back to my hometown after that, and I never got a chance to see him. And 3 years later, he was gone. So.
See, I had the opportunity to go and see Tom Petty with a friend and passed on it. And it was like 6 months later when he passed.
Yeah, mine was always and I didn't get into Pantera until God, whatever the hell the name of their last album was. I can't place it in my head right now. I didn't get into Pantera until like their last studio album came out, and I was like, I would have loved to go and see Pantera live, but then yeah, Dime got killed and everything. Although I know Pantera's toured without either one of the Abbott brothers, because now Vinnie Paul passed too. And like, there's no way I'm fucking paying money to go see Phil Anselmo and whatever shit band he's strapped together to like molest Pantera's legacy. So yeah. Because I think they did a tour, and they tried saying it like do it for the brothers or something like that. It was like a year or two ago, and I was like, no way am I ever paying cash money to see that. Hi, Liz.
Hi. How you guys doing?
You.
Can I answer the
I definitely
question?
haven't been giving you shit for the last couple
can
of
Dan
hours.
answer the question?
Hi, Dan.
All right, so it's not necessarily a death, but I would have loved to see Blink-182 before they broke up for the first time, because like their reunion tour, you could tell there was something still wrong with like between Mark and Tom, because that was like the big driving force between the band breaking up was Mark and Tom. You could tell there's still something wrong, and it seems better on this new reunion tour they just went on. But like, I would have loved to see like 2001 Blink-182. That'd have been sick. I would have been so happy. But yeah, it's not a death because fortunately, all the bands I like still have all their members alive. But that's the closest I can get to.
I think Blink-182 is overrated.
I don't care.
No, I'm just being
She left me roses by the stairs.
I hope you listened, Dan. I hope you listened to the recent Hunt for a Perfect Album spot I guested on, where I actually tried to pick Adam's song and Billy beat me to it like an asshole.
Good. You don't deserve to pick that song.
That's what Billy does, beat assholes.
Be asshole rather than be dizzle? Is that anything?